Hi, I'm Chris.
And I'm Wendy.
And welcome to the Toasted Marshmallow Adventures podcast.
Woo!
Today in the new studio, we have Vikram Balaji, comedian Vikram Balaji. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you.
We're excited to have you. You have a show tonight and tomorrow night here at the Gym Center at the Lounge at the End of the Universe. But first, before we start off, let's talk about yesterday. That show was canceled, right?
Yeah,
Weather.
I reached only last night, so yeah, there was no show.
Oh,
yesterday.
okay, gotcha.
Came from Chicago around 11 p.m. I reached, and then got back to the hotel at 12 a.m.
Oh,
Before
okay.
that, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
you're
love the
welcome.
studio. It's an
Yay.
amazing studio.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's nice and warm here.
It's very warm.
loving it.
Yeah. Oh, you love it?
I'm loving
Okay.
Because we're like dripping.
when we were putting this all together, we're just sweating our asses off in here. Yeah, we actually purchased vent covers, which we haven't really used yet.
Not yet. No.
So, anyways, welcome to the show.
Yeah.
That's enough of that stuff. So you got delayed by weather. No show last night. You have a show tonight, tomorrow night. People can get
LJ
tickets.
Sullivan.
Oh, LJ
yeah.
is opening
Have
for
you
you.
met him?
No, not yet.
Oh, cool guy. He's been on our podcast
Yeah.
as well.
Nice.
So, yeah. Really cool guy. Really nice guy. I like him a lot. Yeah. He's just coming back recently from Comedy Fest in Portland.
Yeah.
So, really cool. And then, do you know who's hosting tonight?
I think it's Eugene.
Oh,
I
Eugene.
think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
If he's not, he'll say something maybe.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
he's there?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Sweet. So you started comedy in India, right?
Yeah, that's where I started
Okay.
comedy.
How many years ago was that?
That was 8 years ago.
8 years
Yeah,
ago?
Started in a place called Chennai. It was
Okay, I
formerly
read
called as Madras, the southern part of India. It's a
Okay.
coastal city, beautiful city.
Like
That's
how
where I'm from.
large of a city?
Great question. Like really large. Like
Really?
Really? Like millions? Like
yeah,
that kind
I'm
of?
sure millions. Like
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
easily.
Yeah.
I don't know what U.S. population is 230 million. I'm sure we have like I don't know, 10 to 12 million at least in the
Wow, that's
city.
a
Yeah.
lot.
Or I'm completely off with the numbers. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's an
And a lot of
estimate.
people will let you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Do you still have family there?
Yeah, I still have family there. My parents are still there. In fact, I might be going back in the month of May.
Oh, cool.
Planning
Oh,
to go back
cool.
to India, and then I might do some shows in Asia, Indonesia,
Oh, wow.
and a few other places. But still, work in progress. With all this COVID, you never know
Yes.
what's going to
Mhm.
happen. But yeah, that's where I started comedy, and then I've done shows in other parts of Asia, and then I met a lot of U.S. comics. And I'm like, you know
Yeah.
what? I want to move to the U.S. to do comedy. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm here in Boise with all of you.
I know. I
Mhm.
saw, I think, a story
Yeah.
where you said, I never thought I'd go to Boise, and here I am.
Yeah,
Yeah.
never.
No one ever
Well,
thinks
not
they're
on your
coming to
list.
Boise.
Yeah.
So, what is the comedy scene like in India?
Yeah.
Is it a lot different than the U.S.? The same, or?
Yeah, it was like probably what the US was in the 60s and the 70s. It's
Okay.
super new, but with all the Netflix and
Mhm.
Amazon Prime and all the other new stuff, they're catching up real fast.
Oh, wow.
And obviously Russell Peters did a great job of
Oh, yeah. I saw
introducing
some special-
stand up to
Yeah.
Asians, and there was
Mm.
that was a big thing after that, and it's really big now. Like everyone wants comedy for their events,
Awesome.
whether it's a wedding, birthday party, whether
Yeah.
it's just a fun get together, or it's a
Me.
funeral. Anyone, they all want comedy shows.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, it's caught up real fast now, and amazing to see all the comedians come up. Some of them have just been in the scene for like 3 years, and they've been getting specials, and they've been killing it. So
Wow.
awesome to see all my friends do it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
that
do you
is
have
a-
a group of friends?
Yeah, I actually
That's-
started a comedy club before I moved
Oh.
because we used to have like open mics like once a month. So
wow.
my friend and I started a comedy club. We used to run open mics, we used to run shows. I would have been probably like the 12th or the 13th comic in the entire state.
Oh,
But
wow.
now they're like everyone's doing comedy like
Really?
in the US. So yeah, a lot of shows are happening there.
We have a large audience in India.
We
and
actually
were gonna
do, yeah.
Ask you why? We don't know
Really?
why.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
nice.
we about a couple years ago, I got a notification from our podcast host site that was telling me about this app called Ghana. It was like the #1 podcast app in India. They're like, you need to get your podcast on here. So I did, and yeah, I put it on there, and we started getting listeners in India, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. And a lot of people don't know, like, Indians are open to, like, new stuff, new content, comedy. They picked it up so well. And now with all the shows, they've been creating their own shows. And everyone has a phone now. Like, with the new government, like, digitalization is happening in a big way.
Yeah.
Like, not to compare, but some things are even better in India. When I went back,
Like
and I
what?
could see the difference. Like I was at the movie theater, and they wouldn't let my mom inside because she didn't have her vaccine card.
Yeah.
And she just had to ping, the government, and then immediately her vaccine card
Oh,
was there.
wow.
Central database.
Oh.
And then even certificates and all of that, like your high school certificates
Yeah.
or whatever, everything's there, can be kept online. The government has come up with an app, so you don't need to carry around your
that's awesome.
original certificates and all of that. So a lot of digitalization, like everyone, like even, no, I shouldn't say even, but all these small time vendors, like you'll have guys coming outside your home selling vegetables, right?
Right.
Now
Yeah.
they have a phone, they don't take cash anymore. They just use the
Oh,
phone.
wow.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome. Right?
Yeah,
that's cool.
definitely.
That is
Yeah.
cool.
That is cool.
Wow.
So now, in India, the comedy scene, is it like emulating American comedy, or is it kind of have its own style, or what is that like?
I would say it's a mix of all of it. Some are like the American type of comedians, very slapstick they do. Some are just more just the dry style, just stand and deliver. And then we have, even though we didn't have stand up, we have always had comedy. Like we used to have skits. We used to have different kinds of comedy in our movies. So
Yeah.
all that is evolved into stand up. So you'll see different styles like what you're seeing in the US or UK. Just in India as well. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now is it typically performed in English or in Hindi?
Oh no, good question. So initially when it started, it was all in English because stand-up itself, that's how it came. But now, like, you have a lot of comics who do only in our national language, which is Hindi.
Oh, okay.
And then also in their regional languages as well. As you know, every state they have their own language,
Yeah.
and then they speak Hindi. So a lot of the comics now are coming up with just speaking in the regional language. Like my native tongue is Tamil, but I speak very fluent Tamil. But I don't do stand up in Tamil. But I know a lot of comedians who started, now they're killing it in just full special, just doing it in Tamil. So
Yeah.
they're doing amazing. So yeah.
Yeah. Now, when you go back there and if you perform, do you perform in English then?
Yeah, I've always been performing in English,
Okay.
so I still perform it in English.
Okay. Gotcha.
The good thing is a lot of people speak English there. So
Oh, that's good.
At least most of the urban population,
Oh, wow.
thanks to the British, they screwed us a while back. So I guess
Does
the
your
only
family
yeah.
speak English?
Yeah, they speak
oh,
English.
okay.
The
Yeah.
only thing that changed, or it's changing, is they learned education through the, through our native language, like meaning math or like any other subjects. They used to learn it through their native language, but they put us in a school where we used to learn it through English. So they used to say it's English medium. So you learn through English. So a lot of that is now coming in, but a lot of the public schools you still have the the regional language.
Right.
But yeah, it's changing. So a lot of
Okay.
people speak English.
Yeah. And now, do you live in the U.S. now?
Yep, I live in Chicago.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, great. So you
Yep.
just flew out from there. Now, are you big in the Chicago comedy scene?
Yep.
You're doing a lot of shows there.
I do a lot of shows there. Chicago comedy scene is amazing.
Yeah.
A lot of nice clubs like Zany's Comedy Bar, Laugh Factory, Comedy Shrine. So many nice clubs. Hopefully, I'm not missing out anyone and they're listening and getting pushed off.
Yeah.
But really nice scene,
Oh,
and it was
cool.
nice to start my U.S. comedy journey there, or continue my stand-up journey there. It's not as big as probably L.A. or New York, but
Yeah.
pretty big as well. Because if you are staying in Chicago, you can go do so many shows in other parts of Midwest.
Right.
Like I've gone to places which I would otherwise never ever go.
Yeah,
Like Bluffton,
right.
Indiana, Fort
Yeah.
Madison, Iowa, and very diverse group of people. Right?
Yeah.
Nice, nice. So now I'm in researching you on the internet here and trying to find stuff about you. I wasn't able to see a special. Oh no, you do have a dry bar special out, right? Is that correct?
It's not yet out.
Oh, it's not out.
Yeah,
Okay.
unless there's a bootleg version somewhere, it's out.
Oh, okay, gotcha. No.
They recorded it in October last
Okay,
year, so
gotcha.
yeah, I think it'll take like a few more months to come out.
Oh, okay,
So
yeah.
where do you film that?
We filmed that in Provo, Utah.
Oh wow.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that where
that's
they're all filmed?
Yeah,
or-
that's where they're
okay.
all filmed.
Okay.
So, yeah,
How
that's where they're
much-
very particular about the content being
Right.
clean, and
That's
that's
what
their
I hear,
brand of
yeah.
humor as well. So,
Do
yeah.
you tend to be clean or? what's
I am clean, but I'm a little dark.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
You
but-
come to my show and
Yeah.
you're not a little
Yeah.
dark, but I like to
Yeah.
say little dark because dark
You
is
don't
very
wanna scare
subjective.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm just very honest in my jokes.
Yeah.
I don't filter. There is no filter
was
in all
a-
my jokes. Just unapologetic, twisted humor, I would say.
Yeah.
But funny.
Well, there's a quote I copied. The bullshitting got worse after he started doing stand-up comedy. He loves getting drunk and making fun of people, and now he's doing it for a living.
Oh yeah. That was a long back post, and I probably just started doing comedy.
So, how many years under your belt before you decided to move to the U.S.?
3 years.
Wow.
Yeah, 3
Yeah.
years
Was
before
that a
I moved.
huge leap? I mean, were you scared? Or?
Oh yeah, I was terrified.
Yeah.
Because one is, I moved when I was 26.
Mhm.
I was like, I've seen a lot of, movies. I've seen a lot of sitcoms, shows, but like, will I be relatable here? Like, what do I
Right.
talk about? Like,
Right.
my
Yeah.
accent, the way I enunciate is very different. I learned that I've been enunciating so many words wrong
Yeah.
until I moved
Yeah.
here. And then obviously things are so different. So it was
Mm.
terrifying. And there are so many comics compared to what it was there. So
Yeah.
the open mics going after one show after the other, meeting people, I was terrified. So
Yeah.
now it's much better. I'm still scared sometimes, but
Yeah.
it's fun. Now I've been like traveling to places I never thought I would even go. So it's
Yeah.
amazing.
Like Boise, Idaho.
No, Boise is amazing. Boise is beautiful.
It's a pretty cool little
Yeah.
place. Yeah.
It's actually
yeah.
my second time in Boise.
Oh, I
This is my
know.
first time for shows. I used to have a day job before this, so
Mhm.
I've come here once. It was beautiful. It
Yeah.
was cold that time as well, but the mountains and all of this
Yeah.
is beautiful.
What
Yeah.
was your day job?
I used to be a consultant,
Oh,
risk
okay.
management consultant.
Okay.
Ah, okay. Sheesh, do we have any violations in here?
Like how many do you want? Like 1,000?
Yeah, right, yeah.
No,
Nothing
no.
secure.
This is a perfectly safe place. Right? I mean, the only violation I would say is you have comics coming over. So
Yeah, a lot. Yeah, that's the biggest risk.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I see some comments coming in. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh, Jake Martin. Oh, yeah, he was here for our grand opening. Hello, Jake. Big fan of Dry Bar. Congratulations on doing a special with them.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
thank
he's
you.
a local
Yeah.
comedian here in
Yeah.
Boise.
I'm a big fan of you, Jake.
Yes. Come to a show tonight or tomorrow night.
Yeah, 7 p.m.
7 p.m.
7 p.m. Awesome. So now, when you were deciding to move to the U.S., did you have any prospects lined up already, or were you just kind of moving here and you were going to set that all up when you got here?
I said all of that when I got
Okay.
here. I probably got introduced to just one person because
Mhm.
when I was doing shows in other parts of Asia, I met a U.S. comic. I met few U.S. comics. So one of them, we got down to Chennai to perform. He did a show. It was the first time we had a U.S. comic actually coming down and doing shows.
Oh, cool.
So he introduced me to so few folks here. But, as you know, they have so many comics, so they had to see me. Took me a while to get used to the scene here. And my
Yeah.
writing got much better since I moved here. Like
good.
all the other insecurities I had, I wanted to keep my writing like super strong, like
Yeah.
keep it as tight as possible and be unique as well. Not that I intentionally tried, but it just came out. I thought this
Yeah.
is what I, joke with my friends. So let me just do this. So the dark stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine as
Not
well.
dark, but more like just relatable stuff, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, do
Dad
you?
jokes.
Yeah, dad jokes.
Oh,
everyone
yeah, we
loves.
saw. Yeah, I saw that. So now, do you come from a really traditional Indian family, or
Yeah, pretty
o-
traditional
okay.
Indian
What'd they
family.
think about you starting comedy?
They didn't know much. They
Oh.
always used to be like, "Oh yeah, he's doing something.
Yeah.
He's giving speeches somewhere."
Giving
And I'm like,
speeches,
"Ma,
yeah.
it's not a speech, ma."
Yeah.
But now they know. Now
Yeah.
they're like, they're pretty good.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'll be going somewhere to perform, and my mom like, no, I don't think you're charging enough.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
She
nice.
has no clue about the U.S. comedy scene, but she's
Yeah.
like, you're not charging
Yeah,
enough.
charge
I'm like,
way
wow,
more.
wow, okay, sure. Yeah. And they've
Yeah.
come to my show once, but since then my style has just changed so much.
Has your dad seen the
Yeah.
jokes about it?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
he'll be like, yeah, he's saying something about me.
Yeah.
They still keep watching all the videos. Parents have come. My brother has never come to my show. Like, brothers have not come, but parents have.
Are they all still in India?
They're all still in India.
Oh, okay,
Yep.
gotcha.
But they've all been fan of jokes and comedy growing up as well.
oh, good.
Yeah, so comedy was always there in our family.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So did you grow up watching stuff, and was it local or
A
was it
lot-
US
local
stuff, or-
movies, a lot of U.S. movies as
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
and a lot of sitcom. Big fan of Seinfeld show.
Oh, yes.
Mhm.
Can still keep watching it again
Yeah.
and again. Two and a
Yeah.
Half Men.
Yeah.
So all these sitcoms, Cheers, Frasier, all of that. Used to grow up watching. It's difficult to watch it only because the access was less. Some channels used to show it, but you had to wait like once a week. Not like now, right?
Oh,
People
right,
watch
stream
one
it.
season in like a weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you had to
Just
wait.
lay there.
Exactly, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, traditional family actually. Pretty traditional
Yeah.
in certain aspects. They're pretty religious, God fearing, God believing.
Mhm.
Yeah. Pretty, not that I am very religion agnostic and all of that, but
Mhm.
they are pretty,
Yeah.
traditional.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
And now, so are the audiences different in India compared to the U.S.?
Yeah,
Yeah. How would you describe them as different?
I would say there are certain topics which could be taboo here. They're pretty receptive there.
Oh, really?
Like, probably death and suicide. They're a bit more relaxed. With certain topics like religion,
Really?
they might be like,
Oh,
like you
okay.
can't make fun of, like
Yeah.
Hindu gods, or they're very
Mhm.
sensitive about that. So that way they're different, and they're getting there. I mean, it's just different states they're at. Like now they're getting used to different style of jokes,
Mhm.
but not to say that they won't get really well-crafted jokes, but well-crafted jokes might work slightly better here. But then there, you need to like take the joke, sometimes give it to them, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
But not to say that some of the jokes they don't get. Like some intelligent jokes, in India they love it. They are really on board with it. Yeah.
Really?
Would you
So-
change your jokes if from here to there? Would you switch it up? Or
Some of it only because of some things they're not aware of. Like let's say identity theft. I have a joke about identity theft,
Right.
but that's a very new concept there. It doesn't happen that often. So like I can't do that joke there.
Right.
So they won't get it.
Yeah.
Right? Like
Okay.
or yeah, something like that
Right.
they'll not get because they have no clue what's
Yeah.
happening about that. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Now, your dry bar special, is that, how long is that going to be? Is it 30 minutes, an hour? Or
25 minutes.
25
Yeah,
minutes.
25 to 30. Yeah.
did you take it around the country and practice? And
Yeah, I
Mhm.
practice
Crap out
quite a
of it.
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, practice like a lot because the last 2 months what I did was made sure that I was very clear of what words I'm using because they are very particular that you can't say words like obviously the F-bomb, you can't say shit, you can't even say oh my god unless it's in that context of prayers
Oh,
because a lot of
wow.
people skip those kind
Oh.
of words. So and sometimes you say it, right, like and I was
Yeah.
telling this story to my friend and he was like oh my god.
Yeah.
So I had to like nail down all my words.
Yeah, right.
Practice all of that, and then obviously I had to leave a little bit of my dark jokes. But otherwise, I'm very clean that way, so I was still able to do it. It was a fun experience. The second show was amazing. First show was good. The second show was really good.
Yeah.
All three of us got a standing ovation. So
Oh, awesome.
it was awesome. So waiting for that video to come out.
Yeah, so now does tweaking your jokes like that for something like Dry Bar, do you think that makes you a better writer, or do you think that takes away from your jokes, or do you find a way to still like punch it up and get the laughs from it?
I still feel like it shows that there is some flexibility that you can work different audiences, a clean audience.
Yeah.
Yeah, but some jokes you just can't do where like let's say that might be an amazing joke, but I don't see any different. You can still get the same laughs as long as you're writing it well.
Yeah.
And even in the being in that clean framework, I still feel like you can get the same laughs. Just
Yeah.
that, sometimes you can't do those, politically incorrect jokes.
Yeah.
But you can still get the same reaction.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
even everyone wants, even though they love clean jokes, they also want good jokes.
Yeah, exactly.
How do you write? A lot of comics say they write on stage, or do you, get in a quiet spot and do you have little pieces of paper all everywhere? Do you keep
No,
it in a
I don't have
notebook or-
pieces of paper all over everywhere. I try to wake up in the morning and write my jokes. I need to be better at it. Wake up, I just read random stuff,
Mhm.
like any autobiography or life stories, and I'll be reading something and one word will trigger something, and then that's how I write my jokes. And then sometimes with an existing jokes, I'll try to expand on it,
Yeah.
do that bit, and then I'll get some jokes.
Right.
Yeah, less on stage, but more off stage, I
Okay.
would say.
Yeah. Do you film your stuff?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
film.
And do you watch it? A lot of people film but don't watch it.
I would say probably 20 to 30%.
Right.
I need to get better at that. It's
Yeah.
just so hard.
Yeah.
Like watching yourself, listening to
yeah.
yourself, but getting slightly better. But now I watch it just to see what I can put up on social media.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I ought just to see how badly I performed. And
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Start putting
do all
more of
these
it-
shots,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was gonna say put more of it on YouTube. It's like we were looking for stuff on you and
Yeah.
couldn't find a ton on YouTube. We
It
found a
is so
couple of
hard.
podcasts you were on as well. Yeah, Off the Rails, and I forget the name of the other one.
It's so
Yeah.
hard to, I feel like, keep up with social media. It's just a non-stop. You could just film your whole life.
Well, you become like your own marketing
Yeah, you're
person,
like, "Oh, there's a
basically. You
story.
know,
Oh,
yeah.
Exactly.
Your whole life becomes content.
Yeah, I got up.
Yeah, let's take a picture, put it online. Yeah.
Do you have any crazy road stories? I mean, do you ever drive to places? Are you mostly a fly-in?
Yeah, I do both.
You do both?
Yeah, I've driven to places which I shouldn't have driven.
Uh-huh.
Like Atlanta was a 12 or 13-hour drive.
From Chicago?
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
and one leg of the journey, I just did it without stopping. I mean, I stopped for I still say loo breaks, restroom breaks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but that
Isn't
is
that
that's
French, Lou? The Lou?
Yeah, it must be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You sure you don't want to drink?
I can do water if that's
Oh, okay.
okay. Too,
Yeah, there's water in
too early
there.
to drink. I usually start drinking at 2 p.m. So
2 p.m. Oh.
Not super cold.
this is perfect. I don't like cold water.
Okay, good.
Like this is one thing I hate about America. Like, everything comes with ice.
Yeah.
Like, no,
Oh,
I don't
really?
want ice.
Isn't either. No.
Oh, you're not?
No, I don't like
Really?
See, I am, yeah.
All ice, all
Oh.
ice.
I love my drinks cold, yeah. It's just refreshing. I've gotten a little better with it actually being with you because you don't put
I'm anti-ice.
pop in the
Ooh.
fridge usually. I got to do that, you know.
I can drink it all lukewarm. I'm
Yeah.
fine.
I can now, but I still don't like it as much.
So, do you, a lot of comedians we talk to, they travel around with other comedians on these, road trips. Do you ever do that, or? is it
Yeah,
pretty
I
much
do.
solo?
But I would say 95% is solo.
Oh, wow.
But whenever I get a chance, I try to hit up other comics who are looking for
I think
work.
that'd be cool.
Things like comics who are coming up in the scene, they want
Yeah.
more opportunities. I'll try to get them. Not that I'm master at this, but whatever little I could do, I'll take them. But otherwise, a lot of solo trips. Yeah, a lot of crazy road stories to answer your previous question.
Yeah.
Okay.
But a lot of it has been really nice, I would say.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Mhm.
because some of these places I've been to, it's like I'll just have white people, but they're really amazing. They're so supportive because sometimes the media can be so mainstream and say
Yeah.
that everything is just screwed up. Not
Yeah.
saying the world is perfect, but a lot of these people have been really nice, really welcoming. I have had like people come for my show last weekend. They saw me in one of the suburbs of Illinois, And then since then they've been following me. They made like T-shirts about me, and then they came
Oh,
with
cool.
those T-shirts to that comedy club.
Oh,
Stayed
wow.
in the weekend, gave me those T-shirts.
that's awesome.
Yeah, so they've been supporting.
Is
like
this
nobody.
the shirt or is that one of
Oh
yours?
no, this is one of mine.
Okay.
I think I forgot to bring one of
And is
theirs. I
that
should have
true?
brought.
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
Is that
Yeah, that's this is one of my
His favorite
jokes.
kid.
It's actually a
Favorite
punchline.
Nice. Are you going to be selling merch at your shows
Yeah, I'll be
tonight?
selling the T-shirts. I mean, not this one. This one I'll be wearing. So,
Yeah.
I mean, unless you really want
Yeah,
to
no,
sell
no.
it.
It cost you more.
Yeah. Jeez.
But I'll be selling these in my show.
Awesome.
Yeah, you'll want to get this after you listen to my joke. This is actually the punchline. No,
Okay.
it might not be that funny because you know the punchline.
Now we know the
But,
punchline.
but that joke is so good, you'll still find it funny.
Oh, good. Good. Nice.
So I gotta ask, do you have a good relationship with your dad, or was it pretty rough?
Um, not as bad as what I make it sound on stage, but it's not the same as what I have with my mom. It's
Yeah.
typical guy and son relationship. You know, he used to buy me chocolates every day growing up, but after like probably like 7th or 8th grade, typical like, you know, I'm supporting my mom all the time. I'm like, no, you're wrong, like this, that. No, obviously closer to my mom,
Yeah.
but yeah, but you know. So even now, when I went back, I fought with my dad.
Did
And
you?
and my mom too, right?
Yeah. Jeez.
But like,
Across the board.
yeah, the conversations with my dad would be like, "Hello, Pa, this is they call me Aju at home, so I'll be like, hey, this is Aju." He'll be like, "Oh, okay, what's up?" I'll be like, "Nothing." Okay, here is mom.
Right. It just-
That's how.
Now, is that a nickname?
It's actually a pet name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
What's the English equivalent?
there is no English
No.
Oh,
equivalent.
okay.
Yeah, they just call me Aju. Actually, all my family members don't know my real name. Like
Oh,
sometimes
gee.
they'll go ask some of my friends saying, you know, Aju, and they're like, no. But then
Yeah.
now all my friends also call me that. My mom didn't want to call me by Vikram because, not to get sad here, but she
No, that's okay.
had a sister, and then when she had a kid, they named him Vikram, and my mom's sister passed away, so she was not around to call him Vikram. So, very traditional family. They said, okay, let's name him Vikram. We'll call him something else.
Yeah, great.
Just to confuse everyone. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, can you tell me about the last name Singh in India?
Sure.
Because I noticed I worked with when I worked at the hospital here. I had a coworker. His last name was Singh, and then when we did a Diwali post after we started getting listeners in India, and so many of the last names were Singh, S-I-N-G-H.
Like
So
5,000 likes on that thing. Just we said.
I think it went to
Diwali
like
and thanked
8,000,
them.
yeah.
Oh, Diwali is
Amazing.
really
Yeah.
big, and
Yeah.
it's one of my favorite festivals is Diwali.
Yeah.
It's an amazing festival. Oh, sorry, I don't want to.
So I
I'll
was.
hear
fr-
about that after the sing.
Yeah, definitely. I want to hear about Diwali. So, and I asked my coworker, what was, because I saw on Facebook he changed his last name, and I guess he changed it to his actual real last name. And I was like, "You changed your name?" And he goes, "No. A long time ago, there was some he said it as like a guru who said that everyone should use this last name of Singh. Do you know what that's all about?"
Actually, I don't know enough because
Yeah.
in India there's so many different cultures.
Yeah.
But Singh is a very common name.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think it comes from a guru, or I would say rishi. Because even my last name, I don't know if you got it online.
Yeah.
I have a family name, and then I have a last name. My last name is Balaji, is my dad's name. But then
Mhm.
we also have a family name which is called Nadamuni. So I was supposedly a descendant of a rishi. So all my family members will have Nadamuni in their name. So I'm guessing Singh is also that. I should be knowing this, but I feel like an idiot now. But
Jesus.
Singh Patel,
I know.
yeah, and each family name is very unique. 'Cause
Mhm.
some came based on the place they were from. Like a lot of people in Andhra, that's the state next to where I'm from. My state is Tamil Nadu. Andhra is where Hyderabad. That's where you get the biryani, really good biryani. So a lot of people last name will be the name of the city they are from.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, and some of them do based on gurus, gods, and some
Yeah.
of them even have based on what business they were doing, what kind of
Oh, really?
what kind of vendors they were before. So it's
Interesting.
very different explanation
Yeah.
for each family name. and I don't know enough to say that whether I was wrong or right or whether I got it complete.
Now I know in the U.S. to change your name is super difficult. Now when that happens in India, is it just like accepted as your name? Like if you take on, like, so you have your last name and your family name. Are they both legal names? I guess is what I'm asking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Both are legal names.
And you can use either one.
Yeah, it's easy to change. It's pretty common for women to change their names after marriage.
Yeah.
So it's pretty common to change. They have the maiden name, and then they have a name after that. Take their,
Tend to take
husbands.
the
Yeah,
same
like
name.
my mom is Geeta Balaji. Geeta is her name.
Mm-hmm.
Her maiden name was Geeta Thirumalai, which is Thirumalai is my grandfather's name.
Okay. Yeah.
Gotcha.
It was pretty easy to change names. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they make it difficult here.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to put ads in the newspaper or something
you
like
do.
that. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I didn't know.
It's really weird. Yeah, you have to put like almost like a legal posting in the newspaper at one stage in the name change. Yeah, it's
Report, I think.
yeah, I think you do. It's they don't make it easy
No,
here.
it's not
No.
easy.
Oh,
Yeah.
because you don't want anyone doing something crazy and
Yes,
it's
so-
changing the
Yeah,
name,
just
right?
change it real quick. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, we got a lot of crazy people here in America. So yeah, let's hear
wanna
about
hear about
Diwali. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Diwali was one of my favorite festivals.
And it's countrywide.
Countrywide, it's just a celebration of good over the evil.
Mhm.
Rama killed Ravana, so it's just a celebration of the good over the evil. And what we do is, and again, Diwali can be very different based on where you're from. Like each state has its own nuance. In where I'm from, my cousin and I, we used to burst. I still say crackers. We used to burst fireworks a lot. Like a month before,
Yeah.
we used to go around bursting fireworks. We used to make our own fireworks.
Oh, geez.
Wow.
Yeah, we'll just buy from the store, open it up, right, and then
That's not
roll it.
dangerous at all.
And they just put like 5 together, tape them up.
Oh, and this is one thing where I used to bond with my dad because he was crazy, and I think we both got it from my dad.
Yeah.
Because all these, there is no like go to the park and burst. We used to burst outside our home, inside our home.
No.
My dad has
Jeez.
burst a firework inside our home.
Oh my
He's
goodness.
like, these guys are not waking up. I'm gonna wake them up. I'm not making this up. And we used to
Wow.
break like, these are called rockets where you burst the fire, it'll go up right
Yeah.
on
Yeah,
top.
yeah.
We used to like break it, keep it on the road so you won't know that it'll go into your neighbor's home.
Oh,
It used to
geez.
be insane, like dangerous. My dad has burned his hand.
Oh my God.
I burned my neck. We used to burst using our hand. Yeah, we like keep
Oh.
bombs and throw it on top. Like
Jeez.
it was a lot of fun. It was crazy. My parents were like yelling at us, like, "Oh my God, you guys are gonna kill yourself!" And then like
Yeah.
whatever, and then they'll go inside, right? We used to have
yeah.
so much fun, and just a way where people come together. Like on Diwali night, you're expected to wake up before sunrise, do this way of putting oil on your head, washing, and all of that,
And
praying.
everybody's doing this.
Most of them,
Yeah.
most of them will be doing this, and then you will have neighbors coming in with their own what they cooked at home, and then you will have people exchanging food. So each home will have that amazing thing they make really well. So we'll be looking for that in each one. It's just people will be walking to each other's home, saying
Yeah.
Happy Diwali, giving money. It'll be amazing. And
What's the money about?
money is just for you to go buy fireworks, just saying thanks. The
Yeah.
elders are supposed to give money. And then someone will fall on the elders' feet. They'll be like, okay, be happy, be happy in life. And then they'll just say, okay, here, $100. And that's why we do it, right? It's not that we
Yeah.
like falling on their feet. We just
Yeah.
want the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
And then in the northern part of India, some of my friends, in fact, my good friend from Chicago, so for them, gambling is a big thing. They all play poker on Diwali nights.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's a big thing. It's in one community. Diwali nights, like for a week, they play poker.
Oh,
So,
really? Wow.
Is it for a week?
yeah, for a week
Okay.
or that night.
Yeah.
That's a big thing for them.
Wow.
So each one has
That's
different way to
interesting.
celebrate.
Yeah.
But food, new clothes, traditional clothes. The Diwali tradition is you have to wear new clothes on that day.
New clothes. Oh, okay. Do they have to be traditional clothing or?
Yep. Typically traditional clothing. That's what
Okay.
we all wear. And then when you're bursting those, it'll catch fire and then it'll be destroyed.
Yeah, right. They're not flame retardant. I didn't know there was such mayhem going on in
didn't
India.
either.
Yeah. How do they receive Americans there that come to visit?
On Diwali.
Or just at any time and Diwali?
Oh yeah, we love having guests, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. The problem is sometimes they'll treat the guest even better than
Oh,
how
really?
they treat others, right? Yeah.
Oh, really?
So
Okay.
yeah, very hospitable. We love when foreigners come.
Oh, cool.
Always very nice, receptive,
Yeah.
very helpful. Yeah, and you have some people trying to like take advantage of them. Like
Yeah.
when we go back, we have those. It's called auto rickshaws. They're ricks. So that's pretty famous where I'm from.
What is it? What did you say?
It's called auto rickshaws.
Mhm.
You know,
Rickshaws.
like the what is it? Tuk tuk.
Yeah, tuk-tuk.
You know the
Yeah,
tuk tuk or tuk
yeah.
tuk, whatever it's
Tuk-
called.
tuk- I haven't had that.
Yeah.
You know those three. How do I
Isn't
say?
it where a guy's driving you?
Guys
Oh, okay,
driving
like
the
that. Okay,
three
gotcha.
wheels,
Yeah.
and then
Okay.
Instead of taking a taxi, you can go in that.
Oh, okay,
Right, yeah, you
gotcha.
can actually Google that after the show. So
Okay.
yeah, so it used to be called autos, right? It's still called
Mhm.
autos, but now it's reduced after Uber and all of that. So
Right.
they will rip you off. They will rip me also off.
Yeah, really?
I'll go there. I'll be getting out from the airport. Like let's say what they're supposed to be charging would be $3. Because I'm coming from the airport, they'll look at me and they'll be, maybe he's not from here. Let's charge $40. And then
Yeah.
I'll start speaking in the native tongue. I'm like, hey, I'm from here. Shut up.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, yeah, I know you're from here. That's why I'm trying to take more money from you.
Yeah,
No. So foreigners, you need to be careful
Okay.
when you come. Like,
Not $40.
Don't take
yeah,
the.
yeah. They'll be like, okay.
Yeah.
But very otherwise all really nice
Yeah.
and helpful and stuff. We love having people over. And they get treated really well when you go to someone's house.
Oh,
They'll be
cool.
offered food whether you like it or not.
Damn.
Is it rude if you abstain? You don't want the food, or?
Yeah, like if you don't eat anything, they'll feel offended. You just
Yeah.
need to
Yeah.
supposed to like taste.
Chris and I have this
Yeah.
conversation because I always feel like I'm rude by accepting it, and he says, "No, I'm being rude by not accepting."
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
See, I grew up around a lot of Filipinos, and I go to my friend's house. They're usually their grandmother lived with them. This is back in California, and I would go pick my friends up, and I always had to go in and eat, like every time. And it was rude if you didn't do that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then you finish your plate, and the grandma would pick it up, and she'd fill it up again for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And but not doing that was disrespectful.
Yeah.
Yep, very similar culture. I've been to
Yeah.
Manila, so I can
Okay.
relate to that.
Yeah.
Very similar. Like you have to eat, right? And then
Yeah.
they keep feeding you more and
Yeah,
more.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I can't have all these carbs.
If you ever go to Houston, there is a amazing Indian restaurant. They serve,
Oh, okay.
if I'm right, Rajasthani or Gujarati food or combination of both. One of the best foods you'll ever find, and you keep saying no, they'll keep feeding you. It's
Oh,
called
nice.
Maharaj Bhog. Like if anyone is from Texas listening,
Yeah.
it's called Maharaj Bhog in Houston. I've been telling my friends, let's just go fly, in
Just
the
for
morning
that.
for food, come back in the evening. They're like, you're crazy. I'm like, that food is so worth it. Yeah, my
Really?
friend,
Wow.
he was staying in Houston. He moved to Austin, which I'm still pissed off about. But we used to go there, and that food is amazing. So if you ever go, and it's not even the very spicy type of food. Like
Mhm.
the more you eat, you will feel really good.
Right.
Yeah, it's like pretty American friendly,
Okay.
white people friendly.
White people friendly.
Have you been to Austin since the big boom of
No.
comedy? Okay.
No, I've been
Okay.
to Austin before that for like 2-3 times to visit, to perform,
Mhm.
but not since the boom. I've been
Yeah.
hearing like so many
Rogan,
people have been
yeah.
moving. Rogan is there.
Crazy.
Yeah, we had a local comedian move down there, and
Casey
he's
Rocket.
starting to blow up now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's
What's his name?
Casey Rocket.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
I'm just starting to see his stuff on
Yeah,
Instagram.
I
You
think he
know.
opened for Tony Hinchcliffe. I mean, just making some big moves.
Nice.
Yeah.
Which is really cool to see.
Yeah, definitely.
We have been making a lot of comedian friends, and we're just always, come on, we want them to hit, We want
These
Yeah.
are great. Thank you for
Yeah.
being so supportive. Really appreciate
Oh,
it.
you're
love
welcome.
comics,
Yeah, we are definitely big comedy fans,
Yes,
and so
Who are you fans of?
Growing
fan
up,
of?
big fan of Seinfeld. Russell
Yeah.
Peters is
Yeah.
given. So it was like a dream come true when I met him in person.
How was
Opened
that?
for him. Oh, it was amazing.
Oh.
And the best part about Russell Peters is he's one of the nicest human beings on this
Yeah.
I've
planet.
listened to him on a podcast. He seems amazing.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Like he's so funny even on stage. He'll be
Yeah.
saying the most inappropriate things about me and or anyone, but
Yeah.
it all comes from such an amazing place. Like
Yeah.
I was very lucky to like meet his friend who introduced me to him, and he's also an amazing human being because he got to see me in Arizona do a show, and he caught my last 5 minutes of my show, and he said, "I'll introduce you to Russell. He'll like you." And so he didn't have to do that. Right? He
Right,
did that.
right.
Yeah.
And amazing guy. His name is Yoshi. He's also very popular, very funny comedian. He has been on, a lot of different podcasts. And he introduced me to Russell. And one of the things I learned from Russell is just help others.
Yeah.
He didn't even know that I'm a comedian. He said, "Oh, you're a comedian? Okay, go up on stage today." And he does it to everyone. Such an
Oh,
amazing
cool.
human being, and
Yeah.
so nice.
That is
Yeah.
cool.
That's great.
Who
Yeah,
would
that's.
you love to meet?
Go for it.
Sorry.
No, go for it. Yeah, who would you love to meet or work with?
I don't think I'll ever get the opportunity, but Anthony Jeselnik,
Oh,
big
yeah,
fan of
yeah,
him.
yeah.
Yeah.
Big
He's
fan.
got that dark humor as
Yeah.
well. Very dark.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
it because he flips things.
Yeah.
You think you're going one way, and
He's
then
just
Yeah.
so good with his writing,
Yes.
and and I've watched only one special. I don't want to watch the others because even by mistake, I don't want to think. Because sometimes when you listen to an amazing joke, you can't think of anything other than that as a punchline.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but I just watched his first Thoughts and Prayers on Netflix.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
an amazing
Yeah,
writer. Big
yeah.
fan of him.
Yeah.
And then Dave Chappelle, big fan of him.
Mm.
And he's
Yeah.
so amazing the way he does
Oh, he's
comedy.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of other comics as well. I've seen on the road. Sometimes I've even performed with them. I've opened for Nick DiPaolo. He's
Oh.
also really amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's very funny. He's been doing it for so many years.
Yeah.
Great comedian as well.
Yeah, and now, so besides like Russell Peters, you, I don't know, are there a lot more Indian comics in America?
Yeah, a lot of comics.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen some here and there. I think someone just followed us recently. I can't remember the name on Instagram.
Yeah. I don't know the name either.
I couldn't tell you the name, but yeah, another Indian comedian, a female, and so
SWAT something.
SWAT something,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah, no, a lot of
Yeah.
Indian comedians. A lot of them have been born and brought up here.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think I could be wrong, but Aziz is like half Pakistani, half
Oh,
Tamarian.
okay.
But I
Mhm.
could be wrong.
Yeah.
And of course, we have a lot of the Silicon Valley guy. But I think he's from probably Bangladesh. So he was, before India got split, he was part of India. So, but
Yeah.
a lot of other Indian comedians, Akash Singh, and I think he does a lot with. I could be getting the names mixed up, but a lot of Indian comedians have been doing really great now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Have you ever worked with Aziz?
no.
No, yeah. Okay. Do you like him as a comedian?
Yeah, he's good. He has a very
Okay.
different style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
definitely does.
Yeah, very different style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a long time on Parks and Rec.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Are you guys a big fan of that show?
I'm not.
Uh,
Chris was.
So.
Yeah.
It wasn't my favorite, but I
Yeah.
watched a little bit of it here and there. It was more of the Office fan kind of.
Yeah, me too. Like
Yeah.
Office is my favorite.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Diwali episode.
Yeah, that was a good one.
yeah.
Yeah.
Have you, like other people, will try and get into commercials and TV? Is that an interest of yours? Or?
I'm trying.
Oh, you
Like
are?
that's one of my goals for this year is to like start thinking about beyond stand up, like what else to do.
Yeah.
I got a manager now from LA, trying to
Okay.
expand.
Okay.
But it's not easy, as you know. But I'm open to thoughts and ideas. One agent was really nice, who's in LA. His name is Mo Ali. I've been in touch with him, so he threw an opportunity for me for one of Netflix comedy shows. I don't know if it even got picked up, but I auditioned for that for an animated show. They wanted a Indian guy with a natural accent for that, so I didn't get picked. But it was so nice of him to
Yeah.
send it my way because it was amazing. Because he's like, yeah, I know you know.
That's great.
You do this, so try this.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been trying. Eventually, I might even want to write a show
Heck
move
yeah.
Yeah.
Brown guy moving here, relationship with his dad.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, meeting other folks, other ethnicities, having a business here or something like that, write a show about that.
So, are you still running the open mics and stuff, or whatever you had going back in
No,
hometown?
no,
None of
I
that.
left it in like very safe hands.
Oh,
Oh,
good.
at least that's
So
what I
it's
like to
still
say.
happening. Yeah.
Yeah, it's still
Oh,
they
cool.
still keep doing
Oh,
it.
nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it's
good.
amazing to see the scene has grown. Like they have, obviously before COVID, they used to have like open mics every day. From once a month to every day was a big
Wow.
thing, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's making a lot of progress.
Yeah. So the open mics in India. So we've gone to some open mics here and watched them. Not a ton of people go to them. So as far as audience, is the audience a lot bigger at the open mics in India?
Yeah, I would say the open mics is better there. Yeah.
Oh,
because
really?
Sometimes we
People
do it
will
like
show up.
people will show up.
Wow.
You'll be doing it in a comedy shop. But yeah, it's not as big as a show, but at least you will have audience members coming
Okay.
in. It's just a different thing for them to do.
Yeah.
So you don't have so many shows happening, so they like to come support.
Oh, nice.
So I've worked on so many jokes in those comedy cafes, and some of the owners are very supportive. They'll be like, yeah, do this every week. People will come. We'll give them a background about why we are doing this. Like some will be really good, some of them will really suck.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
get an open
How it
mic, and
goes,
some
yeah.
are just
Yeah.
trying for the first time. So be supportive. Yeah, very
Yeah.
amazing, supportive scene as well. That way, I would say.
Oh, that's
Oh,
good.
I love
Yeah, I think any stand-up fans, they need to go to open mics because they need to see, like, kind of
The
what it
progression.
takes to, get to these, like, paid shows and specials and where you have to kind of start out. And
Yeah.
Where everything's so honed and tight, once you.
yeah. Because a lot of times, especially if you're not really into stand-up comedy, you'll see one day you'll just see someone bust out like Kevin Hart. You're like, oh, they were like this overnight success, but you don't know about the 10, 15 years before that where they were just grinding and on the road and doing all that
Road.
stuff. Yeah.
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 Exactly. Like I think you rightly said. There's so many things that happens behind the scene. Like
Yeah.
performing is just, I would say, 20 to 25% of that, but you need to travel, you need to figure out your
Yes.
money situation, you need to write jokes, you need to tweak it, you need to go to different places,
Yeah.
and then you need to hit up people, do the
Yeah.
networks,
Yeah.
wake up in shitty hotels with,
Oh my God.
wake up next to a dead hooker.
Yeah. Jeez.
Exactly.
Okay, that was a joke. Like, wake up with, hookers who were like, no, I want more money. What the hell is this, right? But yeah, you get it. There's so much that
Yeah.
happens. Like, and it's
Yeah.
sometimes hard, right?
It's lonely, I would think sometimes. That's what people talk about. It's kind of gets lonely on the road sometimes.
It-
I mean,
it
you're
does
in
get.
front of all
Yeah.
those people, but still.
Yeah. Sometimes it gets very lonely.
Yeah.
And sometimes the opposite happens because I was in New Orleans, NOLA. That was my first time there. So after the show, there's this group of really nice people. So those girls said, "Hey, come after the show, come and hang out with us." So we hung out, had drinks with them, and then I went back home. So it was perfect. And I woke up in the morning and went. So sometimes you
Yeah.
hang out with people, it's
Yeah.
nice. But otherwise, yeah, you wake up next day and then you're like,
Yeah.
You gotta.
yeah. But today it's just been the opposite. Because today I did the radio show,
Oh, yeah.
radio interview. Like Sarah came, picked me up. She was so nice, picked me up. We did the shows. Now I'm doing this with
Yeah.
you both,
Yeah.
which is amazing.
Oh, thank
and
you.
getting the both of you so nice. So this weekend has not been lonely yet.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Right.
good, good,
Maybe
good.
I'll keep it for tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. Wake up crying tomorrow. Jeez.
But I would say that is very different in India and in the US. Because in India, the way the society is built, it's for you not to be lonely.
Yeah.
You'll have family members popping in, you're
Yeah.
staying with your parents sometimes. All these festivals means like people have coming home. So like the loneliness part would be much less there.
Right.
Like even my friend's place, when I go back, we just go. We just, hey, I'm coming. Just go. Like
Yeah.
I'm sure people do that here as well. I'm not saying people wouldn't,
Yeah.
but I feel like that's the difference there and here.
Right.
And in a fair point, I'm not from here, but I've been hearing some of my friends who are from here say that as well. So there, the society is very different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
Wow.
feel like we check in more. We're not just like, "Hey, I'm coming." We're like, "Are
Yeah.
you okay?" if I
Yeah,
come over?"
yeah, really. There's
I
now.
have
Do you?
people that text me to see if they can call me?
Yeah, right.
Okay,
Yeah.
to call
Oh.
now?
Oh, yeah.
See, in
exactly.
India, if I come to your place and it's Like if you're not there, that is your problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guessed it. You
know.
should have seen it. You
Should
should have
have
called me. Are you coming home?
Yeah.
Right?
Now, when living there, do you ever get tired of that? I mean,
Every
you
day.
want to be alone sometimes.
Every day, like I'm not even like this happened. Like I think the 5th or the 6th time I was visiting India. Now I'm like more spoiled here, right? Because I'm here. No one ever knocks on my door. Like,
Yeah.
even if there's a fire, I'll probably get a letter under my door saying, "There is a fire. Is it okay if I knock on your door?"
I know.
You know, like there.
That's how
Like,
it
I think I was
is.
jet lagged, right? And I have crazy jet lag when I go back.
Oh.
And I
Mhm.
was sleeping, and then my uncle decided to show up because I'm there. I'm not even a bloody. I'm not the chief minister or the president or whatever, right? But he was so nice of him to come and visit me. But I was jet lagged. He comes into my room like, "Hey, wake up, wake up, wake up! Like, you have come. What the hell are
Oh,
you doing?"
jeez.
I'm like, what is wrong with you?
Oh,
So and then
jeez.
like people just keep coming. People there'll be like pop-ins, like
Oh,
how the
wow.
Seinfeld show happens.
Wow.
Pop-ins every day. Like,
Oh, jeez.
and then like you wake up in the morning, I can hear my parents fight about like who should pick up the milk, picked up the wrong milk, the newspaper, or that every day will be like fun. But as much as I say shit about it, and I hope my parents are not listening to this, I like it.
Yeah.
It's nice to hear them,
Of course.
do all that ramble in the
Yeah.
morning, like any other family. Like here,
Yeah,
I'm
of
sure
course.
if you go to your
Yeah.
parents' place, you can
Yeah,
hear that, right?
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, why did you keep the glass here? You should have kept it there. Like, no, I don't want to live with you
Yeah.
anymore. I'm leaving.
Oh, jeez.
And then they'll be fighting about whatever, same old story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice to go home and get a dose of that and then go, I gotta go.
Yeah, right. Now, speaking of you talking about who's getting the milk, now where you're from, or do you have would you go to like a grocery store, like a Safeway or an Albertsons, or is it more like street market type of stuff, or do you have both?
We have both.
Okay.
Street market is actually really big, but it
Mhm.
won't be like the farmers market here.
Mhm.
Pretty similar, just that it'll be so big.
Yeah.
And you will have so many people just coming, dropping stuff off. And sometimes it's like one place where everyone comes and does it in the morning, buzzing with activity. And we also have a lot of mom and pop shop. Like I
Okay.
grew up going to the mom and pop shop. So I
Yeah.
used to have an account there. So my mom, so I wouldn't pay. I used to go pick up biscuits, chocolates, and then every month my mom will go settle. She's like, "Oh my God, this guy Ajju is eating so much biscuits and all of that." So my mom used to buy grocery there in mom and pop shop.
Okay.
But now, like very similar to the U.S., you're starting to get bigger grocery chains coming in as well. So that's also
Okay.
there now. But both are, I would say, equally pretty good.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Now, has Walmart infiltrated India yet?
Okay, I think I'm having memory problems, but Walmart came in, and I don't know if they're still there or not, but they had some issues with
Oh.
with the how much retail investment was allowed. So I don't know if Walmart is still there, or maybe they are there.
Oh, okay.
I need to look up on that. Good question, but it was a big thing back then.
I imagine.
Yeah,
it
because
was.
Walmart was coming in there, like we had a lot of resistance to that, but
Yeah.
I don't know if they eventually made it or not.
Yeah.
But I feel like now the ease of doing business has changed. Like we don't want foreign investments, right? I think in 1991 is when India opened up to the global economy. We let foreign investments come in, right? Before there was a cap.
Yeah.
The 1991 is when we opened up the economy. There are still some restrictions, but now you will find a lot of big chains there as well. Like there is Starbucks there. I would
Oh,
never
wow.
go to a Starbucks in India.
Wow.
Like I would never go. Never. Some of my friends go, but I mean, if I'm living there, maybe once.
Yeah.
But Starbucks is big there.
Really?
Yeah, it's big.
Now, do you go to Starbucks in the U.S.?
Like sometimes when I'm with my friends, like
Yeah,
they want a
yeah.
coffee or something.
But not by
But I make
choice.
my own coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I make my own coffee. It's like the Italian coffee.
Okay,
I have like the
gotcha.
way of making it. It's pretty
Ah.
famous where I'm from. It's called filter coffee, Madras filter coffee. So it
Okay.
has like a powder and then the grounded beans, and then you have to put the hot water slowly. It percolates down, and then I heat
Ah.
my milk. But one thing I don't want my Indian friends to listen to this. I do use almond milk now.
Oh, almond
Switched it up.
milk.
Becoming like
Ah.
one of those high school chicks. I love almond
Yeah,
milk. I
almond
want
milk,
1%
yeah.
almond milk, right?
Oh,
But yeah, it
jeez.
is. I mean, yeah,
Was
it's,
that
it's
for health reasons or taste reasons or?
yeah. I would say just that it's less fat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I drink a lot of milk.
Oh, dear.
So, I was getting man boobs and all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to drink a ton of milk.
Yes.
I stopped. I rarely drink it now, but yeah, it'll make you fat, along with like cookies and
Yeah,
cake
candy.
and other bad foods, but it wasn't all milk.
My milk was going here, and then the cookies are going here.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
like, oh, no.
Yeah. I did see some old stuff of you, and you're much thinner now than you
Oh, yeah.
than
Yeah.
you
You had
used
a
to be.
beard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
beard I took off. I had that beard for
Hair?
2 years.
Was there
Yeah, you did have some
Yeah,
hair.
and I was not born like this.
Yeah.
I used to
Yeah.
have a ton of hair, and thanks to my mom's side of the family, I picked it up from them.
Mhm.
I'm bald. So in fact, that's the first thing my dad. He saw me and he was like, "Why are you bald?" What is like?
He's bald as well.
He's like, yes, no, he's not.
Oh, he's
sad.
not.
He makes fun of that. He's like, I have hair. What happened to your hair? Like, you're bald. Like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, bah, it's a genetic thing.
Yeah.
I don't have control over it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, whatever. Yeah. So, and I was obviously bigger than this because of all the good food I used to get.
Yeah.
Like, here, like, I never used to cook growing up. Not to sound arrogant, but
Mhm.
always used to eat outside. Our mom used to cook.
Yeah.
And then you come here, you have to do everything by yourself.
Yeah.
It's not the
Mhm.
same food. And I'm a vegetarian.
Oh, okay.
I used to eat meat a lot before, but family doesn't eat, so I'm not used to eat up until like 12th grade or something,
Mhm.
So vegetarian, sometimes you don't get protein, you lose all the fat,
Oh,
Yeah. So now I forget what cultures I've heard this about, but is it largely like vegetarian there in India? A lot of the dishes.
Not largely. Like, a
Okay.
lot of people still eat meat. You will find like,
Okay.
the best meat dishes even there. I think it's more the media saying it's only vegetarians. But yeah, it's just, just that it'll be easier if you're a vegetarian there. Because, like, there are a lot of different type of dals if you go up north. And if you go down south, the food is actually completely different. You don't see that many South Indian restaurants. But some of the healthiest breakfast you will find is where I'm from. Like, you'll find, like, steamed pancakes and then the crepes. It's called dosa. Super healthy. All of these options you'll get just being a vegetarian.
Okay.
Yeah, so you
gotcha.
and you get equally good stuff for meat as well. A lot of people eat meat there.
Oh,
Just
okay.
that you don't eat much of beef
Yeah.
because of
Yeah.
the cows.
Yeah.
Sometimes and Russell has a very good bit about it, so I'm not going to say that joke, but he has a good bit about it. But yeah, otherwise, yeah, a lot of people eat meat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if you want to get good meat, you come like tandoori chicken. There is just amazing. Like even though
Really?
I've stopped eating meat, I still dream about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or the chettinad chicken or something,
We
Yeah.
were vegan for a couple months.
A few months. Yeah.
We realized that Oreos were vegan, Nutter Butters were vegan.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
And then we ended up
Yeah.
just gaining weight being vegan.
Yeah. We found a loophole to
Yeah.
eat shitty food.
There's no point being vegan.
I know, right? Yeah.
We're like, what
We'll
are we
just
doing?
take something healthy and make it bad. That's the American way, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're we should close up shop.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Yeah.
We gotta go. How long have we been on here? Oh, we
About an
can't
hour?
see there. Oh
I
yeah,
lost track of time. It was
1
so
hour.
much fun.
Come on.
Hopefully, I didn't bore you all.
Oh,
your
no.
members.
No, it was great.
Yes. Thank you so much for being here today.
We hope the shows are amazing.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome
Yeah.
tonight and tomorrow. Do you know about? Are there still tickets left?
I think so. Yes.
Is it?
Yeah,
Okay,
you
so
can go
people-
to
Get your tickets, folks.
lounge.
Lounge at the end of the universe.com. Get your tickets. I know I've posted some links online and shared the lounge stuff so to get tickets. So yeah, buy your tickets. Come to the show tonight.
Ooh, it's gonna be fun.
Yes, all right. And thank you for being here. Yes.
So nice
Let's-
meeting you.
No, thank you so
Yeah.
much for having me.
You're
Amazing.
welcome.
Really enjoyed.
Hope you enjoy the lounge.
Yeah,
It's
no,
a
it was
great
awesome.
place.
In case you guys want to follow me, it's Vic Comedy, VIK. Pretty active on Instagram. But I really enjoyed. This is an amazing studio, and you guys are
Thank
doing
you.
an amazing job. So thank
Thank
you both for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you. All right, I'm signing out.
I'm signing off.
I'm Chris
I'm
Adams.
Wendy Moser. # Get Toasted.
Stay toasted, and thank you, Vikram.